KP Heathen, good evening. You're first for Coffee Talk number 113 live stream. 7 p.m. Tuesday, 12/26, the day after Christmas. And thank you for the like. Did you catch my premiere? If you didn't, I encourage you to look at it. I think it was pretty good. I used one of my older intakes and an outtake and showed some images from back when I used to work, when I was still working, and a few things that have happened, like the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey and the Great Freeze of 21, and you know. Oh, that's fine, Heathen. I understand. I certainly understand. And I don't like to really mess with things when I'm driving. I don't drive that well in my old age. Julie Ann West, thank you for coming in, Julie. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. And the Bud Files. So I had my, I did my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I tell you what, Bud Files, for Christmas, leave me a like, please. I'd be appreciative of if you would. Same thing here, Julie. Please leave me a like. I'm on my Christmas break from work, winter break, solstice break, whatever you want to call it, and 17 days off. I have to go back next Tuesday, the 2nd, which will be a work day, and then the kids will come in on Wednesday, the 3rd. So I just got through with my premiere, and I had 28 come into my premiere. It's about 14 minutes long, and it was my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I had some segments that I put in it. I also showed how I did it, how I got the winner. There were 9. There were only 9 this time that qualified by leaving a comment on the last 5 videos. And there were 9. So the odds were pretty good, you know. And I drew the name of Bus Stop. Bruno goes by Bus Stop. And 529's cooking. Welcome. Let me look at your channel. Oh, 1.22K subscribers. Well, I just subscribed your channel, and hopefully you'll do the same thing for me. Let me share you out. Please leave a like to support the channel. I would appreciate it. and I will give you a standard moderator. Thank you. I just got through doing a premiere of my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. Did a drawing, names, people who had left me a comment in the last 5 videos that I've done. In each of the last 5 videos that I'd done, and there were only 9 that had done it for all 5. And I figured out who they were and put their names in a hat, and I drew names. Thank you. Melinda Elliott, Vay, thank you for coming in. I appreciate everybody that was at the premiere. If you would please, if you had the opportunity to, go back and leave me a like and a comment on the video, and I would appreciate that. The thing about when you do a premiere like that, it's like doing a live stream. Anybody who's actually there for the actual and comments during the actual live stream or during the actual video premiere, they won't show up afterwards. It'll give you your totals, but it won't indicate who they were. So if you want to make sure to leave a, so everybody knows and I know that you left a comment, you have to basically go afterwards, and then that way people will know that you did. And there is a new channel in here tonight that I just subscribed, 529's Cooking. I encourage everybody, if you're not subscribed to 529's Cooking and 529, these are all good channels. Please connect. Everybody connect. 6 in the house and 6 likes. So, young man that's been following me for years, I've been following him for years, he's catching up on me. His channel has really grown significantly since he started really following and coming into my live streams. He's really connected with a lot of channels, especially before I went back to work. He's connected with an awful lot of channels, and his channel has really grown. And my channel has grown, but the last few months with me working, I have not spent the time on it that I normally would spend, and therefore I don't have the numbers that I had before I went back to work. So I could post, I got a notification that I'd had over 2,000 different channels view my channel this week, or come in and view at least one of my videos. That's pretty good, over 2,000 different channels. For one, a short that I did, and I haven't done another short since then, has over 1,800 views. The one where I unbox the coffee. And I did the video of unboxing a huge box with a small pack of coffee in it. I thought that was interesting. I thought that would be something that people would appreciate, me doing, just to show you the waste of cardboard and the way that they ship some of the stuff. They will ship something in a huge box, and it's a small item. And I don't know if they do that because how do I know which one's the premiere? Well, when you do a premiere is something that you set ahead of time and is scheduled to run at a certain time. So if you have if you're subscribed to me and then you hit the notification bell, the little notification, you will receive a notification whenever I drop a video, or if I have a premiere scheduled, you'll get a notification of that. Now, you should have received a notification, Melinda, because you were one of the 9, and I basically did a post on my wall that there would be a premiere at at 6:30 p.m. There'd be a premiere at 6:30 p.m. So the individuals, those 9, I linked them with the video. So you should receive a notification, or you should have received a notification that you were mentioned in a video. And that would be where, if I explain that correctly. Bust up, my young friend. Cuckoo, crazy, nutty people. It's raining out and there's mentally ill people. Well, be safe. Be safe, Bust Up. And congratulations, my 1,500 subscriber winner. I don't know if you were at the premiere or if you watched the actual premiere when I did it. I was trying to leave comments and respond to people, but you were one of the 9 that qualified based on leaving a comment on the last 5 videos. And I'll tell you who those people were. Bus Stop, Die Bullfrog 79, Doors, G-Vog, God's Old Man, Guru of Baseball Cards, Idaho Garden Girl, Melinda Elliott, Sue Me, and Walter Davis. Those were the 9 that qualified by leaving a comment on the last 5 videos. On each of the last 5 videos. Now, there were people that had left a comment on 4 of them. There were people who left a comment on 3 of them. What I did was I took the video. I took the one with the least number of comments. One of them had 21 comments. That was the least. And I wrote down all 21 names. And that was the most people who could have been qualified for the 5. And then I went to the next video, and I just started making a check mark. If your name was one of those 21 on that next video, I left check marks. And then at the end, I should have had your name and 4 check marks. And there were people that had 3 check marks. There were people who had that basically had viewed the video, had watched 4 of them, left comments. People who had watched 3 of them. There were people who had watched 2 of them. And but it is what it is. That's how I did it. So then I put the video together in segments. In the first segment, I think I said it was Christmas Eve, and then somebody, understandably, commented, thinking that I had done it today, that I had basically filmed it today, said, it's the 26th. You know, it's the day after Christmas. And then I went in and I explained how I do my, and I put them together in segments sometimes, and sometimes I'll put them in together over multiple days. So that's how I did that. And I'm getting notifications of people going and leaving comments, like Little Lone Prepper just left a comment congratulating Bus Stop on my 1,500 subscriber giveaway video. So I've got boxes of stuff. I've got 3 of them ready right now to show you the difference in size. This is the subscriber giveaway box. This is Bus Stop's box. It's all loaded up, and it does not have some of the stuff. It has stuff that the others don't have, but it doesn't have some of the stuff that my goodie box. I've got 2 goodie boxes. This one's for Little Lone Prepper, and then I've got one ready for Guru Dave, and both of them have got like fire stuff in it. So it's got one of these and one of these, and it also has one of these and a spare 24 pack. So it's got 48 of the tabs, and then it's only got 1 ration in it, and then it also has a 3-pack of, oh Lord have mercy, I put a 3-pack in the goodie boxes. Now for Dave's, he likes the green sauce, so I put 3 of the green sauces specifically in his. The other one that I've got ready has got a selection of the 3 different ones, 1 of each. So right now I've got 4 in the house, 8 likes. I've had 7 channels come through and identify themselves so far. And it's the day after Christmas, so it may be slow. A lot of people are with family, on vacation. They're not worried about, they may be out to dinner. My kid is out to dinner with her boyfriend right now. She's got a new boyfriend. She just finished her master's degree, and I told her, until you get that master's degree done, girl, you worry about graduation. So I was on her butt. But she graduated a week ago. It was a Saturday graduation. Anyway, Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in. I mentioned you. I saw a notification where you had left a comment on my 1,500 subscriber giveaway video. And I showed your box, which I have ready. I need to really get over to the post office tomorrow. I showed your box. I won't show your address, but I showed your box. And Ungrateful Peasant. Wayne, thank you for coming in. So, in the Mr. Whistle, thank you for coming in. Please leave a like, guys. I had 28 channels at the premiere. 28 channels. I hope they all come back and leave me a like and a comment. I will try to post these channels up on my community wall tomorrow. And I truly do hope you feel better. Hadn't remembered that you were sick. God bless you, young lady. I was sick. I catch everything the kids have. One of my kids wound up at the one of my students wound up at the emergency room and missed like several days of school. And when he came back, he was still sick. He got everybody in the damn room sick, including me. And I was sick for probably about 3 weeks. Slime, blowing my nose, coughing. You know, took 3 weeks. And you go to the doctor and, you know, they can treat the symptoms, but they can't necessarily cure it if it's not a bacterium. If it's a virus, they can't really cure viruses. They can inoculate you against viruses, but once you got a virus, they can't cure it. And that's just the way things are. 7 in the house. Hey, SD Mountain Man. Thank you for coming in, SD. Hope you and the family are doing well. Make sure you spend time with those grandkids. For that, I am jealous. Don't have any grandkids. Thank you, 529. There are channels that I put on playlist, and I play their live streams. And I'll run a full live stream, and then I'll leave a comment that I'm doing a replay, and I'll tell them what like number it is, you know. And they do that for me. And it gives me extra watch time on my live streams. There's 4 or 5 channels that do that for me, and I do that for them. And then every once in a while, I'll hit a channel that I don't normally do, that live streams, and I'll run one of their live streams, and I'll let them know that I run the full live stream, you know. And I get people who do that for me. And I'm happy to help those in need. I'm happy to shout out those that support me and that I support. And it does not cost anything to do that. We're all trying to get our watch time in. We're all seeking numbers of subscribers. I will say, I'm getting in the same boat as other people that I used to make fun of. You'll have channels that have tons of subscribers, and then they do a video, and after a week they've had 50 or 60 views, and they might have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 or more subscribers. But at the end of a week, several days after they drop their video, they've got 40, 50, 60 views. Now, some of my videos are getting like that, you know. Before, when I was a lot more active on my channel, and you can go back and look at the numbers to tell. Before I went back to work, and, you know, when I was basically working my channel, 300, 400, 500 views on a video a couple of weeks after the video dropped, you know. And, you know, I had 1,000 subscribers, 1,100 subscribers, you know, 1,200 subscribers. And I was getting those kind of numbers because I was working my channel, and I was going back and I was viewing videos and commenting on people, leaving them likes and comments. And if you want, Proud Islander, thank you for coming in. Proud Islander, 10 in the house, 10 likes. If you want your channel Yeah, the last the last short that I did, and it's been like 6 days. That short has got over 1,800 views. The last short I did 6 days ago. And I said, I'm not going to drop another short until that one slows down and really gets. I need to go ahead and drop another short. You know, it's going to bottom out around 1850, 1860 views. And, but that's where it's at. You know, that's where it's at. And I'll drop stuff that I think is very good. And typically, my shorts get 100, 150, 200 views. And what I used to do was I would wait for a short to hit 100 views before I dropped the next short. Sometimes it hit those 100 views in a day. Sometimes it hit those 100 views in 2 or 3 days. But I normally would not drop another short until I hit at least 100. You know. But I really don't have that much time, so I don't drop them the way I was. And somebody told me, if you really want to grow your channel, drop 10 shorts a day. If you want to pick up subscribers, drop 10 shorts a day. And I have found that I get most of my subscribers on Livestream. I'll do a 1-hour live stream most evenings. Something happens, I don't do a live stream. And I'll try to let people know. I'll try to do a community wall post that I'm not doing a live stream for whatever reason. I did that. A lot of people don't look at my community wall. A lot of people aren't necessarily, you know, they don't necessarily get notifications when I drop something. So one of the things I do on my community wall is I'll link channels. Like, let's say I had 25 channels on tonight's live stream, and tomorrow I want to let those people know that I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. So either this evening, once in a while I'll do it in the evening. Usually I do it the following day, especially if I'm off work. I normally do that like on weekends. Saturdays and Sundays is normally when I'll do community wall posts. I don't do that much during the week when I'm working. But I will drop on my community wall Well, thank you. Yeah, that's the first short that has won over 1,000. I've had them get 900, 700, 650. But I had not had a short go over 1,000, and I received a notification, and I took a snapshot of it when it went out, congratulating me when it went over 1,500 views. And they may give me, if it continues to go up and it hit 2,000, I might get a notification congratulating me that I had something hit 2,000 views. But I have never received a notification like that before. And they didn't notify me when it hit 1,000. They did notify me when it hit 1,500. Well, that they spoke with somebody whose channel is really blown up, and the person attributed that to doing 10 shorts a day. That's what I was told. And you know, and they went from having a channel like the size of mine right now, like 1,500, to like 10,000. And the way they got it was they just kept dropping shorts. Now, in my opinion, and take this for what it's worth because it's not costing you anything. I started live streaming five months ago, maybe 5 months ago. I started live streaming about the start of the school year. When I started working, I started live streaming, and I was over. Well, to give you a little history, last Christmas, a year ago, my channel had 400 and some odd subscribers. And I started working my channel. I had been told, like Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79, and he's sort of been a friend and a mentor to me, and we support each other for years. He told me to do 2 videos a week because I wasn't doing it like that. I wasn't doing a lot of videos. Back in the day, I would drop a video every couple of weeks, you know. And then I got to the point where I dropped 1 video a week. And I wasn't live streaming. And I wasn't doing community wall posts. And I was told, start posting on my community wall, start doing 2 videos a week, and start doing shorts. And I had done 1 or 2 shorts total. Hey, I did a short. Hey, I did a short, you know. And before I retired, I was a school administrator, principal. I put 30 years in education. I retired, going on 6 years ago. 5 years out of education. I went back this year, teaching now. I would occasionally take a selfie, and sometimes I'd do it in front of the kids, and I'd say, "Hey, I'm doing a selfie. I did a selfie," and the kids would just laugh their heads off because they do them 50 million a day. You know, here Mr. Lynn is finally doing a selfie. You know, but no, I was told do 2 videos a week, 5-6 minutes long. Try to do 3 or 4 shorts a week. Start posting on my community wall. And I was working my channel, commenting on other videos for people I knew who were subscribed to me and watched my videos. I'd go back and I'd watch their videos, and I would leave them likes and comments. And my channel, I started picking up over 100 new subscribers a month. In a 28-day cycle, I'd pick up over 100. And then I started doing giveaways. I started with 500. I did a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I did a giveaway box, and I videoed it, and I showed what was in it, you know. And every 100, from 500 to just hitting 1,500 right now, I did a subscriber giveaway. And I was averaging over 100 a month. Well, for the last going on 3 months, because I really slowed down in my activity, and most of my activity would be on weekends because I work during the week. I get up in the morning around 5. I get off work around 4:30. I'm home about 5. And now, and I started live streaming, and I started trying to consistently live stream. So every day, usually at 7 p.m. Central Time, the way I am now, I do a 1-hour live stream. I try to go at least an hour. I go a little bit over sometimes, but I try to do an hour live stream. And I have been picking up um I give prepper advice. I was a scout and I have been through SHTF occurrences. Not the end of the world occurrences, but SHTF occurrences. I live in Texas on the Gulf Coast. Right now I'm in Victoria, which is about 20 miles inland. In the 20 years I've lived in, I grew up in Corpus Christi, which is on the coast. And growing up there, we periodically would get hit with a tropical storm or a hurricane. And you'd have power outages, and the water would be off, and then they get it back on, and then you can't drink it because they gotta clean it up, and they say boil your water or don't drink your water or whatever. And it would smell weird. And you'd go without power for a few days. And 6 years ago, beginning of my last year before I retired, we had Hurricane Harvey come through, 130-mile-an-hour winds, tore up Victoria. I was without power for a week. The water was off for 3 days. And I wasn't that prepared when it comes to. I was prepared. I had bottled water. I had food. I had, we had a propane grill, so we could heat water and cook our food and everything. But I didn't have the solar that I have now. I didn't have a lot of the preps that I have now. And I was charging my phone. We were charging our phones with a car charger in our cars. And then when the power was out, the cell towers weren't working, so you really didn't have a signal anyway. But I got back into my being prepared, and I started getting things that would help me and help my family. And I've been doing that. So I'm fairly knowledgeable. I grew up, I was in the Scouts for a couple of years when I was a boy. My father grew up at the time when everybody learned to be self-sufficient. He told me stories about, as a teenager going with his father to buy their first vehicle. Before that, everything was horses. And so I basically was picking up 100 subscribers a month. And then I started live streaming. And the thing about live streaming is watch hours. Because, I could be getting 300 or 400 views, 500 views on a video, and still not getting that many watch hours. But you live stream for an hour, and let's say you got 5 or 6 people that follow you faithfully, and they come in for the entire live stream. Each of those people represents an hour's worth of watch time. And I'll do a 1-hour live stream, and there may be 20 some odd people, 30 people that come in, and I'll get 12, 15 hours of watch time from that 1-hour live stream based on the people who were there and stayed with me a significant amount of time during the live stream. And then afterwards, there are people who will come back afterwards. And there are a few people that run replays. Now they do it overnight. There are people who want to run a playlist, and they do it overnight. And it's not costing me anything. It's not keeping them up from sleeping. And they go back the next day and they leave comments, ran your replay, full replay, like number, thank you, and they give you an hour. And then those people, I try to do the same thing for them. I give them an hour or two. And I'm usually on the losing end from the standpoint that most of these people who live stream for 2.5, 3 hours. So if I run their live stream, I'm running 2.5, 3 hours, and they're running an hour. So they're getting more of it than I am, but I'm still getting my hour out of it. And if I got 4 or 5 people doing that for me, that's an additional 4 or 5 hours. And that's how you get your watch time, you know. And I'm at the point where I could contact YouTube and fill out the paperwork and everything, and, you know, start getting. One of the things that you might want to do is, and I'll put this down. I'll make a comment on it and put it down. Look up Social Blade, Google Social Blade, and then Google the YouTube Social Blade, because it'll have different social blades. YouTube Social Blade. And then there's a place where you can key in the name of your channel or the name of any channel you want if you got the full name of the channel. And you can look it up and you can look at their statistics. How are they doing? You know, what sort of views are they getting? What sort of watch time are they getting? What are they rated? I'm a C+ channel according to Social Blade. Most of the channels that I associate with that are similar in size to me, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, whatever, that act the way I do, most of them are C+ channels. I'm a C+ channel. Heather Allen, thank you for coming in. Welcome. I guess you live near, or I guess you live in the same city that Bus Stop is in. I had one new channel come in during my stream so far tonight, 529's Cooking, and I subscribe their channel, and hopefully they subscribe my channel. And I'll shout them out on my community wall tomorrow. And hopefully we both grow. That's how you pick up, that's how I pick up channels. And they haven't subscribed me yet because I just looked on analytics. I'm still sitting at 1507. So if you're still here, 529, please subscribe my channel. I did subscribe 529's channel. So I'm still working, and I still have to work on boxes. I showed this earlier, but this is the size of Bus Stop's box. It's got a few different things in it. I put a backpack in it. Not a large backpack, but a backpack. And I put a first aid kit in it. A knife. I put a Primo first aid kit in it. And I added extras to that first aid kit. And this is like the goodie boxes that I'm giving out. So I'm sending out some goodie boxes. This is one of them. This is Little Lone Prepper's goodie box. I have to get over to the post office hopefully tomorrow. Hadn't been out to do it. And I've got Dave and Echo's box. Guru baseball cards. Guru Dave. I've got his and Echo's box ready. I've got 3 boxes ready to mail out. and I've got some more I need to do. And if you're one of those people that I asked for for you to email me your mailing address, you'll be getting a box from me. I just need to do it. And I've got the components pretty much put together. I just got to put it together and do it. But like Bus Stop is getting 4 MREs, whereas the other smaller boxes are getting 1. He did not want the regular fire stuff that I've been putting in boxes. Like the boxes I've been putting together, I've been putting in one of these, putting in one of these, which is the sterno, good stuff. You can burn this inside. You can also use this to heat in an emergency. If you're like in a bedroom or something other, you can heat in there. It won't hurt you to do that. Also, putting one of these. So I'm putting 2 different methods of fire. I'm putting one of these. I gave Bus Stop some fireproof or some windproof, waterproof matches. And I gave him a lighter, a Zippo lighter. He said, I don't want all that fire stuff in there. But I went ahead and I included a lighter. I'm sure he should appreciate a Zippo lighter. And 941 views. $941 views of what, Julie? Like, as an example, I'm looking at my analytics right now, and when I looked at my snapshot at the end of my premiere, I had 28 views during the course of my premiere. Right now, looking at my analytics, it says I have 11 views 1 hour ago. Got 23 thumbs up, 21 comments. I have not responded to any comments. And it says right now I have 11 views. Now it'll pull those views up, but that's what it's showing right now. Okay, so looking at my latest published content is showing I have 38 views. So with what I had during the premiere and 10 or 11 people came in since then, I have 38 views. 23 thumbs up and 21 comments. Shadow Scout Swede. You shared me on X. Well, I'm sure Elon Musk watched it. Oh, thank you. I don't do, the only social media I do is YouTube. People talk about Facebook, which he's now calling Meta, and Twitter that's now being called X, Instagram. There's several of them. You know, I don't do any of those. I did do a Rumble. I did do a Rumble. I do have an account on Rumble, which I've not used. I haven't viewed anything on Rumble, but I do have an account on Rumble. But I haven't used it. All the time I have, this keeps me busy. When I have time to do, I do this. I don't have time for that other stuff. But thank you so much. Elon Musk, everything's is X. SpaceX. Um, he's big into X. He's big into X. Starlink. Um, Tesla. He's big in that X. He likes that X. And I'm a fan of Elon Musk. I'm really a fan of him. I like him. Uh, he's your Uber First Amendment guy. He believes in free speech. You can say, you can say what you want, but just let the other person say what they want. You know, he's not into this shadow banning or, or screwing people because they're conservative or because they're liberal or whatever. Let everybody have their say, and I like that. Unfortunately, some folks, they want to have their say, but they don't want other folks to have theirs. And I support them on that. Yeah, the X-Men. Patrick Stewart, Mr. Hey, I've got that Patrick Stewart look going. I decided to clean it up. And, but, so, anybody who wants my take on pretty much anything, my information does not cost you anything. And I'm willing to share my thoughts. Idaho Garden Girl, thank you for coming in. Thank you for like number 13. Be safe in your driving. Don't text while you're driving, lady, but thank you for coming in. So, but anybody who wants to talk to me, look at any of my videos, and I have my Gmail, my email address, and you can send me an email. If you want to email me your phone number, and I will text you. Some people like to just text. Other people want to talk. I can do it either way. And I'll be happy to text you. We'll exchange numbers. And if you want to ask me about something, there are areas that I'm very knowledgeable about. I have 2 graduate degrees. They're both education related. One of them's in occupational education, what they used to call vocational education, occupational training and development. I used to have one of the co-op job programs helping kids get jobs, teaching them employability skills back in the days when I was still in my 20s, many years ago. And I'd be happy to talk about my take on things. I'm pretty knowledgeable about prepping, what you need. I can talk to you about how to get going. I encourage people to make lists, an inventory of what you have. Make a list of what you wish you had or what you need, what you absolutely need, and then what you wish you had. Work on the needs before you work on the wish you haves. So, Melinda, you have multiple channels, because I think you have a channel that has like a little less than 200 subscribers, and then you apparently have a big channel where you're at close to 4K. Well, that's impressive. I have a backup channel that has 27 subscribers. I use it I use it because I got multiple devices. I will use it to give people watch time. Like overnight, I'll make a playlist, and I'll run it on my iPad, and I'll give people watch time, and then I go back and I'll leave comments and likes the following day. Drop the link, Melinda. Drop the link to that to your main channel, please. Drop your link to your main channel. My friend Pastor Green just commented. I haven't seen him comment here on this one, but I mean, I'm getting notifications of like people who are leaving comments on my 1500 subscriber giveaway. And Melinda, I still need to get your box out to you. I have to put your box together. I haven't done that yet. I've got all the components for it. And before I go back to work, I'll get your box out to you. Just so y'all will know what's coming on, what's going on. I'm having a colonoscopy Friday morning. Thursday, I go through hell where I've got to take medication and clean myself out and don't eat anything solid, don't do this, don't do that, don't do the other. And then I have to start taking these horse pills. I take 12 at 6 p.m. with water, and then I have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and take 12 more with water. And then I have to be there at 8 in the morning, and they'll give me an IV, and then they'll do something other to lay me out, you know. And then I'll wake up, and then I'll be smoking cigarettes and probably have these long elbow length gloves on. And I was like, whoa, they did it to me. You know, I've been making fun of folks, so now I can make fun of myself. And I am subscribed to that channel already. I just clicked on it. You're at 3.96. You need about 40 subscribers, Melinda. I am subscribed to that channel. And more power to you, lady. Right now, and this is just me speaking, once you get to 1,000 subscribers, your next goal, instead of like, well, I need to get to 1,500, or I need to get to 2,000, or I need to get to 20,000, or whatever, and everybody wants to get there. But your goal after getting the 1,000 subscribers is getting 4,000 watch hours. That should be your next goal, is getting the watch time. So my goal, Christmas was good. Wife did turkey and all the trimmings. And I've got enough leftovers to last through SHTF. We got leftovers. One of the things I'm going to do in the next couple of months, I'm going to be upgrading my battery bank. I've got 3 deep cycle batteries in my kitchen, and battery bank, they're all linked together, and they're set up so I can run stuff. When I remodeled about 5 years ago, I put 8 solar panels on my patio roof. I wired them in. I had all my kitchen laid bare. I wired them in, and they go up and underneath the cabinet. I've got 2 different feeds, so I can combine them, or I can keep them separate. In other words, I can basically feed into 2 different batteries, or a bank of batteries in a separate generator or whatever, or I can feed into combine it all together. And I did solar, so I'm hooked, and I've got 3 outlets that are for solar, that I could run solar if I want to run solar. I don't have stuff plugged into them, and I'm not running stuff on them right now, but I could in an emergency switch over, or I don't really even need to switch over. It's just that battery bank is dedicated to 3 different outlets. One of them is right next to the outlet for my refrigerator in the kitchen. Another one is across the way on the other side, under a cabinet on the countertop. You got 2. I got 2 outlets side by side. One I use with the 110. The other one is 110 for the solar, which I don't have anything plugged into. And then I've got a third one that I could be using, like for my coffee or to run my ice maker. I got a separate ice maker and a Keurig. I could plug into either one of those and run either one of those. I can't run everything at once because the inverter only is like a 1500 watt inverter. So there's a limit to what I can do. I could run my microwave, and I could, so that's the way I'm set up right now. But I'm planning on switching over, and I'm going to get rid of the AGM batteries, the Z cycles, and I'm going to install lithiums. I'm going to shift over and have 3 100 amp hour lithium batteries, which will run me under $1,000, and it'll double the amount of power I have, because, or more than double the amount of power I have, because you can only drain an AGM to 50% or you damage it. Also, an AGM only has a certain number of cycles, where a lithium, if you get a LiPo 4, you get like, it'll 10 years before you drop down to 80%. So I'm planning on shifting over to that. And I'm going to do a build, and I'll show how I put it together. And I also have a refrigerator in the garage. Same refrigerator I have in the kitchen, I have in the garage. So I've got 2 of the same thing. They're both Frigidairs. And I've got a freezer that top loading freezer, and I need to get a dual power. Probably, I'll probably run it on propane, because I got several 20-pound propane tanks, but I need to get one that'll run on a generator that will probably run on propane and gasoline, and I'll only run it on propane. And yeah, weather station. I'll write that down. Thank you, Wayne. Weather station. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm working on my preps, and I'm doing heavily into freeze dried right now, number 10 cans, and multi-packs. I'm getting stuff that you can basically pour boiling water into it and reconstitute it. And I've got means to boil water. I mean, I got enough to last me till doomsday when it comes to being able to heat water. Yes, there will be leftovers. The thing about AGM is the damn things are so heavy. They're really heavy. And I have an AGM Goal Zero that I'm planning on retiring. I've been buying Blue Eddies, and I've got a Go Labs. Matter of fact, my Go Labs 300 is at my school. I use it to charge my phone, and I leave it there. It's $150, small little thing. I brought it home over the holidays to keep. I'm not worried about coming up missing overnight, but you're gone for 2 weeks over the holidays, something might happen. And so that's where I'm at. Right now, that's where I'm at. Well, I hope Santa. Yeah, an emergency heater. This is a Buddy. You use the 1 pound green tanks. I've got an adapter for it, which I could bring a 20-pound tank in if I needed to. Oh, Lord have mercy. Another upgrade that I'm doing, the smoke detectors I'm buying now are dual smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. And they got a battery that's good for multiple years, So you shouldn't have to replace the battery in them. And you want to have a good carbon monoxide detector when you're doing anything inside. So right now the Buddy heater, I've been going over to Walmart periodically. I go to the store, but it's like 1 mile from where I live. Whereas if I want to go to the post office, it's midtown, and that's like 6 miles. And I really don't get over there except when I'm going to work, And I'm off right now, so I haven't been over there. But I've got Walmart and Sam's Club and Lowe's, which is a home improvement store. You can get lumber and various things. I've got them side by side. And on the other side of the street, I've got my gas station, my Speedy Stop, and I've got a Academy right all there together. And then right down the way, a little further down, I've got Tractor Supply. So I've got all the stuff that I go to do most of my shopping. Now I need to go sort of midtown if I want to go to Aldi, which I go to Aldi's, and I would do Aldi's about once a week, Yeah, they've got the Buddy heaters for $74 right now over at. I've got 2 of them. They got the Buddy heaters for $74 at Walmart right now, and the 1 pound propane tanks are for about $5 a piece now. You can 6-pack at Sam for just under 30. And So I've been writing down this evening, 14 likes, 8 and 16 people with comments during this live. I'm making note of who's been leaving me comments and such. I'll shout them out tomorrow. I'll try to include people from my 1,500 subscriber group giveaway video. I've had 21 comments on that when I checked it. And I appreciate everybody who's come in. I appreciate my supporters. I try to support those who support me. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. The Boy Scout motto is be prepared. And I follow the golden rule to do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. Occasionally I offend people. I apologize if I offend you. If I say something that offends you, I apologize. It's not intentional. I got in trouble with one of my YouTube friends for mentioning the indulgences that the church was selling during the Middle Ages and Renaissance period for purgatory. And I don't want to offend any Catholics because I was brought up a Catholic, but I will say that the concept of purgatory was something that was invented that's not in the Bible, and it was an invention, and it was invented a couple hundred years BC, but it was used by the church to make money during the Middle Ages and Renaissance, like 800 years ago. And that really offended somebody. You're always putting down the Catholic Church. I'm tired of you putting down the church. I was a product of a Catholic education. I went to parochial school, Catholic school. I started in a convent first grade, graduated from Incarnate Word Academy in 1980. My mother's family was big Catholics. My father's family is big Baptist. As an adult, I basically practiced my father's faith. And if you want to be a Catholic, that's fine. You have the right to do what you want to do, and I have the right to do what I want to do. And not disparaging anything, I'm just talking history. One of my degrees is in history. And I've studied extensively. I love history. So, yeah, I was a scout for 2 years. My father died when I was 14, and I got jacked up on it, and I did not stay with scouting, so I did not get my Eagle Scout. But I did learn a lot from the scouts, and I did participate in a lot, and I did a lot of merit work to get my patches. So it was very beneficial to me. And so anyway, remember the Scout motto is be prepared. Everybody needs to try to be prepared. Preparedness is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You can't do it overnight. Make an inventory of what you have. Make a list of what you need, and work that list. Look for clearance items during transition periods in the seasons. Look for garage sales, yard sales, church sales, estate sales, flea markets. But you gotta be, if you're going to flea market, you better be good at bartering. You better be good at haggling. Haggle. Don't just accept the first price that they quote you. Know what the value of something is. That's just like eBay. You want to use eBay, that's fine. But know the value of something other, and then don't pay more for it on eBay than if you were buying it new through the store. That's not good. And make yourself an inventory of what you have, and make yourself a list. Get a 3.5 by 5 index card and write down the list of things that you need. Not necessarily wants, but needs. You can put the wants down on it, but put the wants down lower on the list. Things that you need. Take that index card, fold it, put it in your wallet, and shop it. Look for it. And when you find something other and you find it at a good price, buy it. If you got the money. Budget your prepping. How much do you have to spend each month? Budget your preps. FEMA says you should have a week's worth of water, bottled water. You should have a week's worth of food, a means to heat it, and you should have a supply of your medication if you take maintenance medications and such. Do you have that? That's bare minimum, and that's just for a temporary SHTF situation. What about a long-term SHTF situation? Think about that. Think about it. So I appreciate everybody coming in. I will plan on being back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time for another coffee talk. Like I said, I've got to do prep for, and I'll probably do it, hell, I might just go straight through and do it Thursday and do it Friday, because my colonoscopy is going to be Friday morning. I may be recovered sufficiently that I can do my live stream in the evening, hopefully. And I appreciate y'all. If you have not, please leave me a supportive comment on my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I will try to shout y'all out on my community wall tomorrow. Appreciate y'all being in here. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It is what it is. Life is good, but it is what it is. And everybody, please have a blessed day. And I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow. Bye.